All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, because the tea is running it over. All right, so it's a lot going on. Tory Lanez just dropped his album from jail, Peterson, okay? And it's making quite the waves and causing quite the conversation. And so, we got to get into it, all right? So he's mentioned everyone from Chris Brown to Milagro Grams, even Meghan Cuniff, okay, has got a shot thrown her way. I mean, this Meghan Thee Stallion Tory Lanez drama is continuing. And Tory Lanez is not holding back from jail, all right? So let's just get into it. First, he lets us know that Chris Brown is one of his real friends. Apparently, Tory Lanez needed money for his appeal, and he didn't have access to his funds because he was locked up and he's Canadian. And so he was reaching out to all of his celebrity friends, his celebrity contacts, saying, hey, I need more money for my appeal because the lawyer wants like $250,000. And he says that no one was there to support him. No one wanted to give him the money. And everybody was acting like he wasn't there. He was dead to them at this point. Like, he literally was no more of a benefit. So people, they switched up, which people do in the industry. And he said that Chris Brown said, here's the money, pretty much pay me back when you get out. Hopefully you make it back out, brother. And here's the $250. And Tory Lanez put that in the song, and he showed his appreciation for Chris Brown. And a lot of people online are having mixed feelings about it, okay? Some people are saying, well, another abuser supporting an abuser and this, that, and the third. Here's my thought process on that. When you're going through something and you're my friend, or if I'm going through something, you're my friend, you're supposed to stick beside me, especially if you believe in me, if you understand what's happened. I don't think everybody is Team Meghan Thee Stallion. There's too much gray area. I believe Meg, but a lot of people don't believe Meg, okay? And so if Chris Brown is his friend and he needs the money, and Chris Brown knows exactly what it's like to be in some sort of domestic situation and have his whole career changed and pretty much taken from him, I can see why Chris Brown is like, all right, bro, like, listen, here's the money. You need it. Best of luck to you because I rock with you. You my homie. I'm going to support you in the best way I can. I'm not picking a side, but at the end of the day, you're my guy. If you need something, bro, I got you. It's nothing for me to give you the $250. I know you got the money back. I know you got the money. If you can get out and get it to me, do that. And so I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I felt like Chris Brown was actually being a real friend. My homie was in some mess. He needed some bailing out. He needed the finances to fight this case because he really felt like he had a case. I'm going to help him out. I don't think that that's him saying, I don't like Meghan Thee Stallion, or I don't feel like that's a slight to Meghan Thee Stallion. I don't feel like that's enabling, abuser behavior. I think this is my boy. He's going through something. He needs this money to fight the case. I have the money. Hey, get out of here. Win this case, bro. Period. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a friend helping his boy out. At the end of the day, I think for people online saying that, that had a problem with that, I think that that's crazy because I think if anything, it goes to show you that this industry, there aren't any friends. A lot of people are fake and phony, and they only associate with you when it's beneficial. When you're no longer beneficial to them, when you no longer provide them access, or when you no longer can help them get to the next level, or they can no longer ride your coattails, you're done. The society has turned against you. They've thrown you away. You're locked up in jail. What benefit are you? I mean, think about it. During the pandemic, Tory Lanez had everybody and their mama on quarantine radio. Why? It was popping. He was popping. Everybody wanted to be associated with him. All them people together on those live streams, they had $250,000. So you mean to tell me out of all of them people, the only person that was able to even pitch in and help him out was Chris Brown with the entire amount? Like, no, these people are phony. These people are not your friends. And I think that he's realizing that, hey, I can't really rock with everybody. Now, on the other hand, though, maybe some people say, hey, listen, for my business and my brand, I can't be associated with you because, right, optically, I believe you. I want to support you, but I'm not in a space where I can sacrifice my career for you. I also understand that too. some people just don't want to deal with the fight because it's hard enough in this business getting to a certain level. And you don't want to take on someone else's battle or someone else's issue or be perceived as taking on someone else's issue. And somehow it becomes counterproductive and starts affecting you and your business and your money and your livelihood and your family. And so I think, we got to also see that people are like, hey, I support you, Tory, but in this business, I can't fuck up my money. And so I have to distance myself a little bit. And I think Tory has to understand that, hey, it's no love lost, but what do you expect? I got to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? I can't go down with you. That's what I feel like Milagro should have did. She didn't have to ride it all the way down. But I think that, some people have to respectfully distance themselves, and they can't have a paper trail of helping him and supporting him and getting online and doing all that, because that could have backfired on them and their business, especially in the climate of protect black women, Meghan Thee Stallion is free, mainstream media, the mainstream press. Like, that could have been very detrimental, especially if there were a lot of men or women showing public support for Tory Lanez or finding out that they were backing him and paying for his legal fees. That just could put a stain on them and their reputation in the court of public opinion, and it can mess up deals in their pockets. And so I understand why people probably would choose to be like, all right, I'm rocking with you, but I can't rock with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Tory Lanez has to respect that. Chris Brown, on the other hand, Chris Brown is Chris Brown. He's been through this already. So I don't think Chris Brown loses anything because he's already lost it all and had to rebuild it. Chris Brown is literally one of the black sheeps in the industry, but he's so talented that it doesn't matter how hard you try to blackball him or cancel him. The guy is just a musical genius, a talented person all the way around. I mean, can play basketball, can paint, can rap, can sing, can dance, can act. He does it all. And he's already been through the trenches with, being canceled and being humiliated publicly and being dragged. So for him, it's like, I don't give a shit if what these people say. What else can they do to me that they haven't already done? So I don't mind people finding out that I stood by you, because I went through my own thing with Rihanna and got tortured and tormented. And even in that situation, Chris Brown probably felt like he wasn't totally in the wrong. And so I could see why Chris Brown would be like, bro, I got you. But I can also see why people that haven't actually been through something like that are like, hey, I fuck with you, but I can't right now. No shade. You know what I mean? So, if I was Tory, yes, I kind of would feel away. But at the same time, when you sit back and you think about it, you kind of have to understand, like, niggas can't really go down with the ship with you because, bro, you're in a pickle. You're in a conundrum. I'm on the outside. I'm still trying to provide for my family. I don't need to take on this kind of battle. This doesn't really have anything to do with me, and we're fighting a bigger machine here. You're going against Roc Nation. Me as an artist, a developing artist, a new artist, or even hell, an established artist that don't have that much power, I'm not doing it because it's just too sticky and it's too messy, and I can't muddy my brand like that. I just can't do it. You can call me. We can talk about it privately, but I can't publicly go out and do that because it might mess me up. So I get it on both ends. Now, also in the record, on the album, he took some shots at Meghan Cuniff and mentioned Milagro Grams. The record is called My Shayla. Let's see what he said. Here we go. Roc Nation coming from Milagro. That's really funny. Even more, they trying to find ways to relate it. Even more, they trying to find ways to relate it to me. If I was petty, I would countersue because I got evidence. Meghan Cuniff been on payroll to play a dummy. Meghan Cuniff responded, I'm glad he pronounced my name correctly. White people are gago. Okay, here's what I'll say about the Meghan Cuniff piece. He can't stand Meghan Cuniff. I don't know if Meghan Cuniff was on payroll or what happened. To me, I feel like she reported on what she saw, what the evidence presented. I mean, she wasn't the only one that felt like he was guilty. So, but I think she's got the most fame and the most notoriety from it. So it's kind of like, and then she's white. So it's like, all right, this white woman was here to push this false narrative about me. This is what I'm thinking from his side. And so, he doesn't like Meghan Cuniff. It is what it is. I don't think she really cares because this is all good for her. This is all great press for her. She built a whole brand and an independent brand off of this. So, a lot of people didn't like Meghan Cuniff for that because they felt like she is always capitalizing on, black people issues and, the demise of black men. But it's a job. And at the end of the day, black people, they put her into position to be the voice of hip hop legal affairs. So you can't really say anything about it because we, the people, put Meghan in this position. So I think he's just upset that she was the reporter that was doing the most reporting on the case and she was on the side of Megan Thee Stallion. But I don't think that he could really be upset with her because, she was just doing her job. So I don't know. Now, in the Milagro Graham piece, he says that Rock Nation is now coming for Milagro Grams. If I'm Milagro Grams, I'm flattered, but I'm not reposting this. I'm not driving this in like I'm super excited. I'm not showboating this because they will then use this to say, hey, see, he's even shouting her out in the record. Let's nail her to the coffin. If I'm Milagro Grams, I'm almost like kind of cringing like, yes, I'm excited, but no, not right now. Like, let's lay low. Like, let's lay low on the affiliation because they're already, you even said it in your record, Tory, they're trying to pin you and me together. And so they want to nail my coffin just like they nailed yours. So while Milagro may be elated on the inside, she has to play it cool because this will be, mark my words, this will be a part of the case. Absolutely. This will be a part of the case. And I think the fact that this is even a thing and he's shouting her out in music, this is the reason why Megan Thee Stallion is suing her versus an Academics or Joe Budden, because it feels like you have a special relationship with her. And when you say bloggers' names and you put them in records and you do like stuff like this, it furthermore ignites them to stand by your side even more. Because now I see Milagro Graham posting that this is the best album of the year, the best album that dropped. Everybody needs to be downloading and streaming it. Like she's really like pushing it in because A, she got the mention. 2, it's Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Milagro has to remember, I'm flattered, but girl, all of this is costing me. Now, granted, I don't know who's helping her behind the scenes. Hopefully, she has some people that on the other side, or maybe Chris Brown or somebody will give her the money, and maybe they've helped her privately because it feels like a lot of people don't really rock with Megan Thee Stallion. If I'm being honest, a lot of people don't believe Meg. So hopefully, some of those people, will hear this record, they'll know what's going on, and maybe, they'll do Tory Lanez a solid and help the girl Milagro Grams out. Who knows? Only we'll find out later on. But I feel like if I'm Milagro Grams, I'm like, okay, this was a cute moment. I'll go call my friends, brag about it, boast about it in my Discord. Happy, 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 happy. But online, I have to play it really, really cool because this type of stuff can be used against you in the court of law. You know what I mean? And, on the grand scheme of things, it's great. Who wouldn't want to mention in a record? I think that that's dope, especially if it's from an artist that you respect and you love. But it's almost like, damn, I got to be mentioned like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm being mentioned, but I'm being attached to a lawsuit now because of this guy. So I can't even really celebrate my mention because that will then be used against me. So Milagro Grams is in a really tough spot because I do feel like she's ascending. Her name is getting bigger. She's becoming more popular and more familiarized. People are actually knowing more of who she is. But I feel like the unfortunate part is it's because of not just her great reporting style or her content style. It's because she's now in a legal affair with Megan Thee Stallion that's attached to Tory Lanez, who's been convicted. So I don't know. I think that, it's cute that he shouted her out, but I think he probably could have kept that because I don't know if that helps her or adds more to their case, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens here. And we'll just have to keep watching. But yeah, Tory Lanez didn't hold back. He's still on Megan Thee Stallion's heels. He's still throwing shade, busting shots, name dropping, thanking Chris Brown. I even heard that he mentioned Iggy Azalea. Let's get into that. Because I feel like I saw that. But let me pull that up and see what he said about Iggy. Let me see if I can pull that up too. Lanez, Iggy. Okay, it says Tory Lanez attempts to win back Iggy Azalea on new Prison album. Okay, Tory Lanez has made his public attempt to win back Iggy on his new album, Peterson, despite currently being incarcerated for blanking Megan Thee Stallion in 2020. That has not stopped Tory Lanez from making music or trying to rekindle his romance. I didn't know that they dated. Ooh. Okay, on Nine Side and Amethyst, the title of which is a reference to Azalea's real name, Tory dedicates most of the track to rapping about the blonde bombshell. It'd be nice, I want to talk to Iggy, but she blocked me. Amethyst, if you ever hear this, shawty, call me. You know that I'm always making spicy, just salty. Need to come correct because all that I did was faulty. I miss when you wrapped around my body like a tall tea. Oh. He also admits regret over their past fleeing coming to an end. Riches in prison ain't no average. F a bitch and then think I should have stayed with Amethyst. After a beat switch, Lane gushes over Iggy's body and lets it be known that he's open to getting back together with her once he's released from prison. Amethyst, if you still free, shorty, let me know. Let me pick up where we left off, shorty. I'll be yours. Amethyst, if you still down, let me know, because I got plans of f***ing you when I get home. Wow. Tory Lanez also references his relationship with the fancy hitmaker on Guide Me Through the Storm, rapping, county jail, crying real tears to Iggy Azalea. I know you put up with some that just wasn't familiar. I loved your ear and loved your heart, though. You wasn't Amelia. They lying, trying to get me, but I wasn't Cecilia. Oh, my God. During his trial, Iggy Azalea penned a letter to the judge pleading for Tory Lanez to be shown leniency in a sentence. In the letter, she defended the Canadian's behavior around women, writing, I deeply appreciate the person he is and have never witnessed him lose his temper or raise his voice to a woman. Iggy also revealed that she hired a number of his staff after Lanez was convicted. Since Daystar remains in jail, many of his employees are left without work. I took it upon myself to hire 6 of his staff members full time. She was a writer. I did this not only because they are great, hardworking people, but so they can remain in a position to transition back into running his business when he's completed his sentence. I'm doing all I can to make sure he's in a position to come home and get back to work. Oh, yeah. You got to get her back. I know people are not going to really like that. But, hey, if someone is doing all that for me and they've not shown me that negative side, if Tory Lanez have never shown her that, he just kind of was a nigga, but he obviously wasn't that bad to her. And I believe that he treated her right, because if she's hiring his staff and penning letters to the judge, he wasn't that bad to her. He made her messed up, but she loved that boy. And I don't know, she blocked him because she probably was hurt, but she still tried to fight for him. And, Iggy took a lot of public embarrassment over that, especially because she's white. And then, 2, it was like, you're supporting Tory Lanez. So I think that Tory Lanez was right by penning this, open letter to her in a record, because, Charles, she's really holding him down. So if that would be nice if they can get out and make it work, because at the end of the day, she's doing a lot based off what she can, hiring a staff, making sure that his businesses are still going to be ran. So, I mean, I like Iggy for that, because she's supporting what she believes in. Whether you guys believe that she should be supporting him or not, that's not your business. They had a relationship. She's sticking beside her friend, her man, her ex, It is what it is. Chris Brown sticking beside his friend, his brother. They're supposed to do that. Like, it doesn't matter. If he did or if he didn't do it, my people's supposed to stick beside me. And he's showing that he has some loyal people and some other people are just like, I can't go through the trenches with you, you know? But it's good to know that you have at least one or two people willing to go through the trenches with you, right or wrong. You know, and I think that people need to realize that we all want riders. If we're right or wrong, we want to know that we got at least one or two people that's going to ride with me. Good, bad, or indifferent. And so at least Tory Lanez had them too, and I'm glad that he showed them some appreciation. And he has Milagro. And, you know, he really owes Milagro a lot if he gets out of this because she is going down hard for him. But the thing is, I don't know. I just feel like Milagro didn't have to do that. I feel like it was stupid for her to do that because she don't really got the money and she don't really, what was she really getting out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, these people have careers, they have money, like they're his peers. I don't know why Milagro, what does she want out of this? You know what I mean? This is why it feels like, girl, you wanted something, you wanted to be in relation to him. This wasn't just you doing a job as a blogger. This was personal for you, and that is why she's getting sued, because she took this on personally. And I feel like she didn't have to do that because, I mean, from what I didn't know that he was her friend. He wasn't her nigga. It wasn't her brother. And if it is, well, then that's why she's getting sued, child. So she can't try to play like she's just the media and a blogger. Because girl is obviously given more than that, or at least you want it to be more than that. So I don't know. She could have easily avoided this if she would have did her job and moved on, but she obviously wanted more relationship to Tory Lanez. And so this is why Megan Thee Stallion got you. She could have just supported in her way. You see, Chris Brown ain't saying nothing. I gave the money, I'm out. I hired Iggy Azalea. I hired the staff. I pinned the letter to the judge. I'm out. Milagro Grams, you went and started fighting Megan Thee Stallion online. It's like, that wasn't what you were supposed to do. You could have helped him in a different way. And I don't know, I just feel like it came back to bite her. And I just don't know why she did it if she's just the media. It just feels like she wanted more out of it. So, I don't know. Best of luck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And until next time, keep that same energy. We'll see you soon. Peace out.